Right, morning, afternoon, everyone's Nathan. So today's topic I'm going to talk about, which I don't know if you was all aware about, is a thing called a non-safe furry work, which basically means, well, it's not safe related. It's not like, I don't put it, not like violent stuff, but it's a term artists would use when creating adult artwork. There has been, I wouldn't say many videos talking about the subject, but I've seen all, like my own eyes, yes, I've seen non-safe furry work. Sometimes you can just pronounce it in different ways, but you get the picture what I mean, people. And there's sites like Film Fitness, which is one of them, and there's Twitter. That was the most concerned one, and then you had DeviantArt, and then you've also had Facebook, I think, and then Instagram, and I can't remember the others, but I know it's like quite of a list where these sites where you could find this work. But the main problem that people are facing today is with Twitter. Apparently, Twitter allows like content that's not safe and not designed for people under the age of 18. And just because when an artist who draws artwork, or you could hire this artist, most of the times they don't warn you, which in theory they should do, but they don't warn you if their profile contains adult artwork. And the only way you can find out is when you look at the work, and shit, just like that, you see pornography work. That's what basically non-safe free work is, people. It's porn. Not any porn like where these porn sites, no, people. It's purely artwork. That's all it is. But obviously, some people would see it completely different, stating that, this non-safe blah 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 is pretty much the same term of porn that you normally, you shouldn't be releasing, but it's entirely to you. I mean, if you're old enough, you know exactly what you're looking at, then by means do it. In my past of my childhood, I was probably the age of about 16, 17, around up there, when I saw pornography for my first time at an underage. But at that time, I was probably in my teens, and we were just messing around with mates. We were just laughing, saying, "Oh, she's quite a young, attractive lady." That's all it is, basically. But then, when I saw this artwork related stuff, when I started joining these art sites, I was just fucking gobsmacked. I was like, why is people drawing this stuff? But then I come to the conclusion where I thought, well, art is basically freedom of speech. I mean, sure, these non-safe free work artists do tend to get a lot of hatred because they say, well, why the fuck are you drawing this disgusting image of this thing doing that? End of the day, people, it's artwork, right? Artwork gives the people, the artist, and probably the commissioner, probably like myself, an example, the freedom to express ourselves. It's down to the individual artist whether or not they want to draw this type of subject in a non-safe fieldwork environment. We all know for a fact, people, that I myself, can't draw, but I could literally just contact these artists and say, yeah, I want this and I want that, and they'll get done for you. But then, there's been times when people say, what, do you hear about this other topic in this non-safe free work environment? And I say, well, what do you mean? And so when they tell me, I was like, you're joking? And they're like, well, have a look yourself. So I'd look, and yeah, I see what they mean. it's something that I won't mention in this video, of course. Obviously, due to like YouTube's guidelines, I won't mention the word. It's a topic and a word that, if anything, very rarely in any of my videos or any very rarely hear it, where it's a term that would be used to identify a person or an individual, that this person has an interest in the subject, but then the public, like eyes of the public's view people, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, it's normal, you know. I understand that people think to myself, well, why is Twitter allowing these artists to do it and get away with it? But then, as Twitter mentioned the guidelines, they allow it, but what people have also argued against them, well, why is people under age of 18 physically watching such inappropriate content? Which to me, I agree. I mean, why would a 13-year-old person, or even younger, because also we know for a fact people nowadays can make fake ages, some verification, and they say, oh yeah, I made so-and-so, but they're not. And then they'll contact this artist, or they'll look at this artwork and say, I like the artwork, I like their style, how much do they charge? Oh, it's very reasonable. So I'll just scroll through there, I'll just pick this, that, I'll just pick that artist, you know, and just like that. And then all of a sudden, boop, hell broke fucking loose, because then I found out that person was a minor. Oops, too late, because the payment's already been sent. And the exchange between payment and artwork files is already being exchanged between both hands like that. So yeah, I can sort of understand the frustration that people have got with Twitter, and to make things worse, which I don't know if you ever use Twitter, there is an ongoing situation with sex bots, people. Yes, sex bots, strange a term to use it, but that's what a term I would use, so that people could find these videos relate to the subject. And I've made maybe 2 or 3 videos dedicated for you to be sex bot smart. You know, like what the profiles would normally look like. What are the suspicions? Look at these type of profiles and compare to a human profile to a bot. Because we know for a fact these bots tend to follow a large number of people, and all they seem to do is have girls in their icons as an avatar, and then you got these links. And I thought, well, how the fuck is Twitter allowing it? No, I have not clicked on these links before, people, because I don't know where these sites go to. It could give me a fucking virus. I'll never know. But whatever you do, people, don't fucking use Twitter. If you do, just be careful, people, because the amount of fucking porn counts. You know, you could just join Twitter today, which is what, May. You could get fucking Twitter accounts, these bot accounts, from fucking April. Yeah, just like that, of this year. And you be thinking to yourself, well, how the fuck have they found my account? People, that's the question that I'm still trying to find out, is how the fuck have they found my account? Because if you find out which accounts they're following, like if they follow you, for example, and you find, oh, this person's phone so-and-so, like a mutual kind of thing, like unfollow them and then block that bot. And another thing, stop using hashtags, because sometimes these bots are so like attracted to this fucking, it's like a magnet. They're attracted to these fucking hashtags, and doesn't matter what you post, you don't have to mention the word boobs or boobies or titties or fannies, vaginas, penises, dicks, cocks, people, the lot, you name it. Anything like that. You don't have to mention that in any sort of topic on Twitter, because all of a sudden a fucking bot will fucking follow you. So I'm very surprised that these fucking bots don't seem to physically even follow these artists that do fucking pornography art, like aka non-safe food work art. So yeah, if you got any questions about it, or if you got anything you want to tell me about it, then by all means, people. But other than that, that's about it, really.